I take me on, I'm a prophet.
What's that? Sorry, say
I'm
that?
a prophet.
You're a prophet.
It's like Prophet Muhammad.
So it's a separate. Jesus is separate
Yeah,
from God.
there's three in one.
But are they the same or are they separate?
They have separate functions.
Okay, if they're one together, then Jesus was praying to himself then.
They wasn't praying to him, he was praying, he said, not, I'm praying to myself, he said, our Father which art in heaven. That's what he was corporately teaching them how to pray.
But here's the thing, if he became a human with human limitations, well then he's no longer God. So what do you believe about God yourself?
Jesus came on earth, right? He let go of his supernatural abilities, being omniscient, all-knowing, omnipresent, everywhere present, and all-powerful. So he could only be at one place at one time. He didn't know everything, he had to depend on his Father, and he wasn't all-powerful, he was limited what he could do. He could only do what the Father gave him to do. Now, Muslims just see him as a prophet, isn't it? We don't see him as part of the Trinity.
Yeah.
Okay, we believe that he is part of the Trinity. He came, he could have drawn upon his supernatural ability, but he didn't. Because he wanted to make it known that if I can do it as a human being, so can you. If he used his supernatural ability, he would say it's not fair because he's done that.
Yeah.
So that's what he did. He could have. He had to suffer, he bled, he died, he was crucified, he was resurrected after 3 days.
Yeah. But if you, okay, so based on what you said, like, you know, he wasn't all-knowing, he wasn't all-hearing. While he was on this earth, he didn't know everything, he wasn't all-powerful, because he took the form of man, right?
And he was dependent totally on God.
Okay, but here's the thing. If he became a human with human limitations, well then he's no longer God at that point.
Just for that period of time. Not forever.
Okay.
Just for that period. Because you know what happened? A message went out, who will go? And Jesus said, I will go. Right? That's what happened, because you know, supernatural beings can come in different forms. Come in an animal, come in all different forms.
Yeah, but
so basically now, what he came in was as a man. Because that's what human beings are, men and women.
Yeah.
Alright, that's the form that he took on himself. He wanted to see, it wasn't God's intention for us to die. Never was, because of Adam and Eve. Why? You know, we suffered pain, never was intention. Women were not meant to go through pain in childbirth. But as part of the consequence of their sin, that was the result.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, would you say God is perfect?
Of course he is.
He's the most perfect being.
Not only who was it? Elijah was translated, right? Enoch was translated because he was perfect.
Yeah. No, but the thing
also,
is,
let me finish.
Yeah.
It's not Enoch. No, Enoch, Elijah, right? And you've got Jesus as well. They regard as being perfect. Job as well. Because when Satan approached God, he said, look at my servant, he's perfect. Okay? Right? Although his wife said, sing God and die, he didn't.
Yeah.
So those three, not only was Jesus perfect, right, but Elijah was translated.
No, but when I say perfect, I mean a being that knows everything, hears everything perfectly, is all powerful. That's perfection.
No. That's not perfect. Perfection, I would say, is that you live a sinless life. So when we make decisions, okay, there's two ways we go, good or evil. So theoretically, if you go good all the time, you're perfect, isn't it?
But so that means, so what you're saying is, when Jesus came and he lived, at that point he wasn't God.
In order to prove to us that we can live a holy sinless life.
Okay, but the thing is, so that what you're saying in other words is that Jesus wasn't God, because
No. I didn't say Jesus wasn't God, but for a period of time, he didn't rely upon his godly deity. He was still God. But he didn't rely upon his supernatural powers and abilities.
Okay.
He was never not God. He was always God, because you know what happened? We're regarded as little gods. It says it. The Bible talks about.
No, but you said yourself that at that point he wasn't God.
No. Let me clarify that.
Okay.
No, I should have. Basically, what I said, not that he wasn't God. He didn't rely upon his godly deity. Like, correct yourself. Okay. So basically, what it was, he was still God, but he didn't rely upon his supernatural godly abilities.
Okay, but then, so what about him was God at that point? When he was here?
The fact that it's like me.
Yeah.
Right? I can be a father, right? But I can also be a banker, and I can be a lawyer, whatever. Now, if I decide to give up my membership to the Father, I've given up certain membership. I can be a doctor, but if I don't renew it, right? Although I'm a doctor, I've got to renew it in order to continue practice.
Do you know
what I'm saying that?
I
She's still a doctor. So it doesn't mean that you got to re-qualify. You just got to renew your membership.
No, I get that. I get what you're saying. So what you're saying is that a doctor could be a father, but he's also a doctor at the same time, right?
And also, a doctor now, in order to be there, a doctor's got to renew their membership. Certain professions have to redo that.
Sure.
God didn't, but I'm just giving you an example of certain areas now.
But then someone could say, well, I get the analogy, but it doesn't apply because when Jesus took the form of man, supposedly God took the form of man, you said earlier that he wasn't all hearing, wasn't all powerful at that time.
During that point, because you know what happened? It showed that he was totally dependent upon God. Because you know when Jesus returned, he said, not even he knows, only the Father.
Only the Father,
So this is that he's still God, but there's a limit, even as part of the Trinity, certain things that God his Father hasn't revealed to him. So therefore, when somebody claims, I know when Jesus returns, he said, don't believe it. Because not even Jesus knows when. So when I get a prophet, somebody said, I know when, and follow me to this place, and you get killed. He said, no, don't bother going, because Jesus said, don't rely on something, don't trust something that God said is not going to happen. So different people, so that cuts out confusion. The dummy is there, should I believe him? I said, look, what did the Bible say? Not to do that.
So you said Jesus prayed to God, right? You said Jesus prayed to God when he was here.
He prayed to his Father.
So he prayed to God. God is the Father, right? So was he praying to himself or was he praying to...
No, to our Father, to his Father.
To his Father?
He's praying to his Father, which is God.
So Jesus is God. God, Jesus has a Father.
No, there's three in one. Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. Three separate entities. So he wasn't praying to himself, he was praying to his Father. That's the difference.
So it's Jesus is separate from God?
There's three in one.
But are they the same or are they separate?
They have separate functions. Separate entities, but they're one together.
So, if they're one together, then Jesus was praying to himself then?
No, he wasn't praying to himself, he was praying, he said, I'm praying to myself, he said, our Father which art in heaven. That's what he was corporately teaching them how to pray.
So do you know what we believe about God as Muslims? What we believe is that God is one, right? He's uniquely one. There's nothing like him, right? So therefore, we don't believe in the Trinity, right? We say he's uniquely one, and we say Jesus was a messenger sent by God, like Moses, like Abraham, Noah.
I don't get that. When I speak to people, I make it simple. Jesus. One thing about Jesus now, he made it very simple. Sometimes in Christianity, some of the things that Paul said may be different. That's where you got the disputes about whether or not men and women, when they should wear hats. Very little what Jesus said can be disputed. He done it very simple. Even a child could. He said, killing them is like a child. Children are very, they're very vulnerable, and they're very, just receptive.
No, I agree with you, bro. So what you're saying is listen to Jesus, basically.
No. I'm saying now, right? There are things you can look at Paul, whatever. But where you start to get differences now, major one, just like in terms of like the Quran. I'm sure that everybody there's a consensus, everything in the Quran.
No, of course, there's verses, there's interpretations.
I know that's what everybody has that. So I'm not there to criticise the Quran.
No, of course not. So I agree.
Like when I go to Manor Park station, there's a guy there, and he's always faithful. I call him the Prophet. He's got his little Quran. Every day he goes there. I like it. We respect each other. We don't have arguments. We say hello with me. So I'm not here to convert or reconvert.
No, of course not. It's just a discussion.
What did I say to people is this. If God wants you to change, He'll speak to you. If you feel that as a Christian I'm wrong, or as a Muslim, He will speak to you, because we're both very intelligent. We're not like we're going to change each other's opinions, really, we know that. So whoever now, God may speak to you and say, you know what, you're not speaking, He may speak to me. And then on Judgment Day, we will say we had the opportunity.
Of course, and this is good. This is why we should have the discussion.
That's the thing, because we're not shouting.
Of course not,
and it's good.
And this should be.
And you know what happened? I like it because you're faithful. You know what? You know the 2011 riots. You know what was a significant point? In Birmingham, there's an Asian father that lost his son. he must have been running over some blacks. There was a space there where the blacks and Asians were going to clash. He stood up now, and he goes, if anybody should be seeking revenge, it's me. He said, look, go home.
Yeah.
That stopped. You know it stopped the riots. You know that all over the country.
Yes.
Significant. They're very significant Muslim people who really are nice and kind. I grew up with them. A man apart.
Same applies to
You know what I'm
Christians.
saying? Yeah, this is what I'm saying. So I learned from them. I've grown up with them. I live next door to them.
Yeah.
They bring things to my house, whatever. That's what it is about showing
Of course,
up.
absolutely.
And
bro.
that's how
it,
we are. Look, it's been awesome talking.
Can I give you a can I give you a copy of this? Have a read.
I'll take it.
Yeah, have a read. It's always good to learn more things anyway. Help yourself. Yeah.
All the good ones.
Take as well, bro.
Take a packet.
No, I'm type 2 diabetes.
Oh yeah, same applies to him.
You shouldn't be eating that.
But I know, but this is small.
That's enough.
Treat,
Yeah,
innit?
that's enough. Yeah. Take it
You know
easy.
what? It's been good because you know. No, it's not for me. I said it's for the hospital.
Okay.
Joseph
Okay.
Minister. So you know what happened? When I had a discussion with somebody in Stratford, it was getting a bit tension.
Yeah.
I'm not there trying to undermine you. I'm not here trying to outfox you, whatever. I respect you for based what you'd be a good Muslim. My nephew's a Muslim. He prays 5 times a day. He fasts. You know what I'm saying now? Of course, I want him to be a Christian, and I pray that he will change. But at the end of the day, I don't force it on him. So
Of course,
whatever.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's how we should be.
Good
That's
values,
it.
bro.
You know what I'm saying? That's how it is.
We've got to live in peace, bro. Everyone.
Yeah,
We've got
that's
to live
what
in
it's
peace.
about. And you know what? I've enjoyed this.
Yeah, of course. Same here. Yeah.
We've had a nice discussion.
Yeah, man.
If you had some apple ones, I might
Yeah, I
go
have.
for it.
Oh,
these
the
are-
other guy took
these
the apple
are-
ones.
Oh,
I had
it's
2
gone.
apple alternatives. The guy that
Oh,
came earlier was a
man, yeah.
Coronacoff.
You know what?
We got these. Look, Eccles cakes.
No, it's a kid.
Eccles,
You know what happened? To make you feel apple, right?
This one.
I'm going to go for this chocolate one, right?
Bro, you might as
So
well take the
don't
whole packet. To
No,
some-
no, I can't
You
do
can give
that.
the rest of the hospital.
All right, you know what I'll do? I will.
Yeah, you can take one and then.
Take one and share the rest out.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Because we got an excess here anyway.
I'll do it secretly on the bus. It's just like they're vegans, don't they? The ones that eat kebab.
Yeah.
Secretly, after.
Oh yeah, but they're vegan from
Yeah, I'm going to say something about bacon, but I'll leave that. I don't want to upset you.
Well, nice speaking to you,
No,
man.
it's been good.
Don't, man.
You're both
Defeats the
intelligent.
purpose. Like if you argue, you're not getting anywhere.
My intention is never to change somebody. I just speak.
Yeah.
I made something good to say, and you made certain points. Because what happened? You challenged me.
Yeah.
You sharpened me up. Somebody can sharpen you up. And then I say, you know, only God knows. You really know. I may feel and you feel no.
Yeah.
So something needs to change. See, if my mum to go around here, I said, God, you speak to her, because she ain't going to listen to me. But she'll listen to me.
Yeah. But some things to think about, isn't it? I mean,
No,
who
I
God
do.
is. Yeah.
I mean, look, I've never read the Quran, I never know, but you know, I'll read it
Yeah, look into it, man.
to understand things.
Yeah.
And,